Hello, thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to look at the WPL C-Series metal bumper that's commonly sold on Amazon. It's about 12 bucks right now on Amazon. This is the titanium version. It is all metal. So we'll take a look at it, check the specs out, the weight, the dimensions, compare it to the stock bumper and get it mounted to the rock crawler and see how it fits. I can tell you, taking it out of the bag, it just feels like, I guess, some metal, some aluminum or something. It's definitely not titanium. That's the package that it comes in. It gets pretty banged up on the way over. And as you can see, some of the milling marks are left in there. It's not perfect. You can see some of the swirls and it's got some ridges. Overall, 12 bucks, can't complain, and anybody that complains for $12 really shouldn't be buying it then. It comes with the mounting screws for the body, the mounting screws for the bull bar, and the mounting screws for the shackle. I recommend that you put it all together with a dot of Loctite, except for the screws that mount to the body. That you kind of just want to put on tight, because if you ever got to remove the bumper from the body and you put Loctite, it's going to be really tough. So these are nice little D-rings. They're anodized red. This is the bull bar that goes up on top here. It's got a spot for a winch and a spot for some LED lights. So let me get it all put together and we'll see how it looks. Okay, there it is, complete. Again, we used the two longest screws for the shackles, the two the two smallest size screws for the bull bar there, and then there's two medium sized screws which we'll get into later. You have to use some of the old hardware on the truck unless you've already upgraded some parts. But this is the first upgrade for the truck, so I have to use a mixture of both parts. But as you can tell, it looks very nice. The D-rings stay down. They do move, and then you can pop them up. And I don't know how long they'll actually stay like that, but they seem like they got good friction, so they won't be clanging around everywhere. Have the winch mount there. Everything else looks good. I mean, it feels good. We'll check out some of the dimensions and the specs. Now, I believe this thing is listed as, let's see here, dimensions lengthwise is 4.72 inches on the website. So let's go ahead and measure that down. So we're coming in right at 4.811. So they're about 1/10 of an inch short on there. And then we'll zero it out again. And let's see, the width is going to be 1.57 inches, which would be this way, which is nowhere near that. That's 0.677. And then the thickness overall, which I don't know how they exactly measured this, so well, that might actually be what they're considering the width. So 1.41, they're saying 1.57. So their measurements are quite off. And then we'll go for thickness here, which is right around 0.353, which they're saying is 0.79 inches, so nowhere near. So this bumper is actually smaller than advertised. so I'm sure it weighs less than it's advertised. They say 19.2 grams. So we'll get a scale out here in a second and weigh it. And let's see what other information they have. There's not much information on it. It's just for the C series, rock crawler 1/16. The error in measurements, please allow for 1 to 3 centimeters. Yeah, it's off way more than 1 to 3 centimeters. But again, for $12.35, you can't beat it. The link will be in the description. So we'll take a look at the stock bumper with it now. And as you can see, the stock bumper here has quite the small shackle, and it's almost useless. I lost one of them already. So that's a huge upgrade. You get the shackles. They both have fog light holes for LEDs, so there's no improvement there. This has a winch template that you have to cut out. This actually has one in there, so you can set a winch in there. Same type of mounting legs. Doesn't look much different on the inside. It's got the same hole there to mount it to the body. Pretty much identical, but metal. And one other upgrade, like I said, the shackle's a huge upgrade for it. The winch is a huge the winch being cut out is a huge upgrade for it. The bull bar, if you see these side ones here, they actually cut right in front of the headlights on the rock crawler. So without the addition of them here, you get a little more headlight action there. I think it looks cleaner. So overall, this little $12 upgrade is definitely worth it. Let me get a scale so we can see how much this thing weighs actually. Okay, we're gonna check the weights out of the bumpers now. The first one's gonna be the stock one, and the little plastic shackle got lost, but I don't think that would make really any difference at all. So that looks like 6 grams. Yep, 6 grams. Let's check out the all metal one. 52 grams. So I think the listing said 47, maybe. I don't know. Have to check and add it in. I'll edit it in. $52 grams, 1.85 ounces, or 0.114 of a pound. It's a pretty heavy bumper compared to this stock one. It's substantially heavier. So for 12 bucks, you know, you can't beat it. And you want to start adding a little weight to these things when you start modifying them. But then that starts wearing down on the motor, so this will just be another part added to it. Okay, and there it is, all mounted up to the truck. As you can see, it does not block the headlights at all. We'll go ahead and turn it on. You see them blinking there. The old bumper had one of the bars that were blocking each side of the light. The bumper looks good on there. D-rings look good. Good fitment. Fit perfectly. And like I was saying before, if you have the stock plastic servo housing, you have to reuse the stock screws that came with it. Otherwise, if you have an upgraded one, it'll be machined and you can use the machined ones that came with it. And for now, I just left that center bolt out that's right there, because I will be working on this later. But yeah, overall, fit and finish is excellent for 12 bucks. I don't think you can get it any cheaper. It's pretty decent. And in my opinion, this is one of the first upgrades you should do, because these things do take a beating. And this does add a little bit of weight to the vehicle because it is a little bit light and it will flip over. I hope this helps. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.